Kratos thought he could shape his son. He was wrong. He believed he was the one who prepares, the one who decides what his son becomes. But fatherhood doesn't give you that control. Because no matter how much you try to shape them, they are still being shaped by everything else. From the very beginning of Ragnarok, Kratos approaches Atreus the only way he knows how. He trains him, he corrects him, and he restrains him. In the opening hunt, in the way that he speaks, in every measured response, Kratos is trying to do one thing: prepare him. Because that's what survival demanded of him. And in the real world, this is what a lot of people believe parenting is. That if you teach the right lessons and set the right rules, if you control the environment, you can shape who your child becomes. But Ragnarok makes something very clear. Kratos is not the only influence in Atreus' life. No parent ever is. And among those influences is Odin. When Atreus goes to Asgard, you see it immediately. Odin doesn't control him, he listens and validates him. He gives him space to explore who he might be. And even in something as small as a name, you can see it. He doesn't call him Atreus, he calls him Loki. Not who he is, but who he could become. And that's what makes him dangerous. Because influence doesn't come from control, it comes from understanding. And this is the part that hits outside of the game. Because no matter how present you are, your child is still being shaped by other people, other ideas, and other environments. School, friends, the internet, things you don't control. And the more rigid your grip becomes, the more those outside influences start to matter. When Atreus begins going behind Kratos' back and seeking answers elsewhere, it's not just an act of disobedience, it's a response. Because when someone feels like they aren't being understood, they don't stop searching, they just stop searching with you. And the truth is, we don't learn everything by being told. We learn by living it, by making the mistake, by touching the thing we were warned about and feeling it for ourselves. And you see this in Atreus, in the way he goes to Asgard, in the way he listens to Odin, even after everything he has been told. And this is not because he doesn't understand Kratos, but because he needs to understand it for himself. You can be guided, but you still have to fall to understand how to stand. And this is where Kratos starts to change. Not suddenly, but in the small, quiet moments, in the boat conversations, in the pauses before he responds, in the way he starts to listen instead of instruct. He begins to understand something he never had to before. That being a father is not about controlling who your child becomes. It's about staying close enough that they still come to you. Because mistakes are inevitable. You can't shield them from everything. And you see this clearly when Atreus tells him he freed Garm. Everyone else reacts the same way. Anger, blame. He's told what he did was wrong, that he made a mistake. But Kratos doesn't meet him with that. He doesn't push him away, and he doesn't try to undo what's already been done. He stays, and simply says,
Atreus has made a mistake. One that we will fix together.
because he's beginning to understand that being a father isn't about preventing the fall, but being there after, to help them find their way back. And then comes the moment that defines everything.
Open your heart to their suffering.
For Kratos, this is not natural. He was taught to endure pain, to bury it, to survive it. But now, he has to recognize it in someone else. And more importantly, allow it. By the end, Kratos doesn't become a perfect father. He becomes something
Atreus
more important.
is our future.
Someone who understands his limits. He lets Atreus choose,
Keep him
not
safe,
because he knows
Kratos.
it's safe, but because he knows he can't choose for him. Kratos believed he was the teacher,
Protect our son.
that if he was strong enough, disciplined enough, present enough, he could shape his son completely. But fatherhood doesn't work like that, because your children are not shaped by you alone. They are shaped by everything they encounter. And this is something you don't fully understand until it happens to you. Before having a child, I thought I understood what it meant to guide them, what I could teach, and what I could control. But the reality is, you don't realize how little of that is actually yours. You see it in small things, the words they come home with, the behaviors they pick up from people you've never met, from places you weren't there. And in those moments, you understand something Kratos has to learn the hard way. That you are not the only voice shaping them. You are just the one who has to be there when it matters. And the role of a father is not to control that, but to remain someone they can return to after the world has had its influence.